what was in the middle of the hangar was an actual flying saucer. And so I said, where would we get a design like this? And he said, we got it from them.
Wow.
Now then, he did not explain what he meant, but obviously he was referring to non-human technologies from off this planet. So I'm looking at this thing, and it's amazing. Now, then, when I saw it, there were two guys in lab coats to the bottom left, and then midway up the screen on the right side, there were three guys that looked like technicians in what I would call Tyvek suits, head to toe, and only their faces were showing. And then some sort of a warning sound went off, and everybody cleared out. And then within a couple of minutes, the vehicle became active. At the time, all I could see was from what I now call the 3 o'clock position. And it was just slightly above looking down. The vehicle itself was sort of a pearly white. There were no seams, rivets, windows, doors, nothing that could be identified. It looked as though it was sort of a modified egg if you just sort of shifted it around. There was a tiny little area on top that protruded, and there was a mast sticking out. And on the mast, it looked like there were 3 umbilicals coming off. And at the beam of the craft, from the 1230 position to the 230 position, there was a horizontal black rectangle. From 330 to 530, there was another black triangle or rectangle. As I came to learn as it moved, there was also one at 6:30 to 8:30, and also 9:30 to 11:30. At the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock position, there was a vertical rectangle, and all of the rectangles were flat black. And so I believe that these were made to monitor the movement of this craft, because if it was perfectly pearly white and it began to move, there was nothing there to show you that it was moving. So, just like any experimental aircraft, they put markings on it so you can monitor the motion. And that's what I believe these rectangles were. Now then, there were electromagnetic discharges that told me that the vehicle had become active. As soon as it started to do this, it just sort of lifted off the floor, and the floor looked like a concrete floor with like some kind of rubber mat that had been put on top of it. You can go to your garage and put mats in there to keep it clean and dry and all of that. And so it looked like there was something like that, but it lifted off just like a feather. It rose about 3 feet in the air and then just hung there. So as I'm watching, the next thing that it does is that it rotates 360 degrees clockwise, paused, and then completed a 360 degree circle counterclockwise, so that it was in the same position it had started in. It moved to the left and right. It moved forward and backwards. It's just like, you're testing your controls, making sure that you have everything working. And then it rotated to a 45-degree angle of attack if it were flying and the 12 o'clock position was going forward. Now then, this is amazing. Fixed wing aircraft can't do this.
Lights blinking in the sky, secret code bold, zooming past the moon.